Good day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So we're jumping into Go Battle League again, and we're going to have a quick set here and see how we go. So as you can see, still rank 17. We'll see if I can rank up a little bit more, maybe get to where I finally get a rating, but let's just power through at the moment. We're going to jump into the Great League. The team I ran yesterday was Diggersby, Skarmory and Galvantula, which I do really like as a team, so I'm actually going to jump in and use it again. So Diggersby with Mud Shot, Fire Punch and Earthquake, Skarmory with Air Attack, Air Slash and Brave Bird, I think it is, and then Galvantula with Volt Switch, Lunge and Discharge. Uh, lunge, and yeah. Oof, so that's really not very good for us. So we'll see if we can get a switch here, because if we can get a switch, we're in a good place. So interesting to see what they want to do here. So I'm actually going to shield this up, and then we'll see what comes out. And they bring out the Sableye, which works out alright for me, because it does mean I am able to throw the lunges, and they're going to be oof, okay. I'm actually going to shield this up as well. Let the foul play come through, because I don't need any shields versus the... Yes, I'm going to grab the shield there, so we'll see. This may not... Oof, I think this does KO from this range. It does. And so that's fine. I'll come in and I'll farm down with my Diggersby here, and I will have a lot of energy to throw when they come back in. I imagine they'll come in with their Venusaur. And I'm actually just going to swap straight out, and now I'll be able to farm down on the Venusaur with the Skarmory. They're not going to be able to do any damage here. Sludge Bomb going to do absolutely nothing. Frenzy Plant going to do absolutely nothing. So let's see what they want to do here. So look to farm all the way down. Unfortunately, they get priority, and it does mean that no, I've wasted a charge move here. I wasn't sure, and yeah, so unfortunately that's a massive waste. I was hoping that they wouldn't, but I mean, it is what it is, and let's see what they've got in the back. So I'm actually going to go for the Sky Attack here. They've got the shield, so this is really quite bad for me. So let's just go straight into... So had I not used that charge move, then I probably would have been in a little bit better place, but I mean, I did use the charge move, so I'm not in that better place. Really unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. So coming through, and we'll see if it's the Hydro, and it is the Hydro, so that's really unfortunate. But I will be able to get to the second Earthquake here, and we'll see how much damage this does. I don't think it's enough, and by the time I get my... They will have... Ooh, there's two, so we'll see how close they are to throwing a charge move straight away, and they're not there. Happy days, able to take it out. So if they got to... I assume they're running Ice Beam, which is 5 to get there, so very, very close game, but able to just take it. So a bit of a bad one by me, because I still wasn't able to take switch advantage. They swapped and gave me switch, so had they just let it charge me down, then yeah, hard to say. But I think they were definitely in the winning position, and being able to get my Skarmory matched up against their Venusaur really worked out, and me throwing that charge move on the Sableye almost lost me the game, so we'll see how we go. So, oof, Registeel comes out, so I need to swap in my Skarmory here when they swap this out, which they should be doing at any point now. They may be trying to catch a move here. So I'm just going to swap out my into my Pelipper here. Into my Pelipper into... I will shield this one up, even though I know it's just going to be a weather ball. And I'm hoping that they don't get to another one. They do get to another one. So I'm going to have to let this go. And then when... Oh, so it's a Trevenant. So that's interesting. We'll see if they want to shield this up or not. So no shield there. Oof, ouch. So able to get to another one. So obviously was expecting the Reggie to come out, but that's fine. I've still managed to... Oof, so attacking coming. I'm going to let this go. I'm hoping for an Zap Cannon. Yeah, and able to catch it. That's brutal. So just go straight for the earthquakes, and don't know what was happening there. Able to catch the Zap Cannon, and yeah, they say thank you very much, good game, off they go. And I was expecting that to happen, so got to be mindful of the swap there, but able to take that one. So Reggie's still on the lead, running, I would imagine, Zap Cannon and Focus Blast, so both had play, except obviously my Diggersby is going to absolutely monster that thing with super effective moves. So, oof. So I think here I'm going to switch my... Let's see what they want to do here. So I am actually going to shield this up. I am expecting it to be a yeah, superpower coming through, which is fine. Expect them to now swap, which they do. And so possibly here I should have thrown the... So I have to let this go, unfortunately. Weather Ball is going to do a little bit of damage to me here, but we'll see. Not too much. So I'm just going to throw straight into, well, I say straight into, I've over-farmed by one, and I'm hoping that they're not counting my Volt Switches, so they get a little bit greedy, and we can go from there. And they're just going to throw straight away, so I will let this go. I'm going to come in with my... Well, I mean, if they've got something to counter this in the back, then I'm done anyway, so we'll just come in, we'll farm down, we'll get as much energy as we possibly can, and then we'll be able to threaten whatever they have in the back. So they're going to be able to do a lot of chip damage here if I just let them go, and I think that's what I kind of have to do, just because I want to have stored energy on this thing before to sort of challenge whatever comes in. So let's see if I can get there. I can't quite get there, but that's fine. I'll let it go. As you can see, I've taken a huge amount of damage, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? So let's see what comes in now. Yeah, so this is game over. So what I'm going to do here is just throw the... And I'm going to have to swap out here, be a real aggressive here, because they're just going to farm me down. And so again, I'm going to have to let the superpower go, I imagine. They're probably running both superpower and... Oof. Just going to have to let it go. I know that the lantern's got energy. Frenzy plant, yeah, either way, I am so very stuffed. Yeah. And have the lantern in the back, it's just brutal. And I'm just going to let it go because there really is nothing I can do there. That, yeah, lantern in the back just absolutely, well, I mean, they got good alignment, I guess. So the alignment was really quite nice. Had I had lantern on the lead, again, because it was running Volt Switch, Talonflame, okay. So I'm actually going to swap into my um, Galvantula here, and even if they decide not to shield this up, it's fine. They do shield, which is good, and I'm going to do the same. I'm always going to need to throw before them anyway, so we'll see what they want to do. If they decide not to shield this up, it's going to get really close, and it is actually going to take them out, so that works out really well. And being able to grab switch advantage here is really good. I'm obviously going to need to let this countdown clock go because they didn't swap out of that first one, and then I'm going to come in with my Skarmory here and see what they want to do. I suspect that they'll be dropping out, which they are, and they've got a lantern in the back, so this is quite bad for me. I will let this go. It is going to be Surf, but yeah, let's see how much damage Surf does. So they're going to need 3 Surfs to take me out, so that's good. So I suspect that they will. So I'll let this one go as well because it's again not going to be enough. They'll need a third one. So I'm going to, let's see if we CMP tied. We did, and unfortunately they win the CMP, so that's fine. They should be shielding this up. If they don't, okay, so they are shielding it up, so that's fine. So need to be watching this countdown clock. So we'll shield this up myself, and then hope that they don't. And yeah, so really need to avoid them being able to get a sack swap off, and was just looking at the down the side there, and they should now leave this game because they know it is game over. They just don't have anything to compete. Yeah, so happy days, able to take that one. So interesting, bit of an interesting team lineup there. Usually the Vic, and it wasn't a Shadow Vic actually, it was just a normal Victory Bell. So normally that's running with Bastiodon, which is never a fun thing, so we'll jump in again and see what we get in the next one. Hopefully we can match up against something reasonable. I guess the reason they didn't swap out of that is because they want the Vic matched up against, Noctowl. So I imagine they're going to swap out here. No, they're staying in, and there it is. So I'll let the first one go. So I was expecting Noctowl is usually running with a Stunfisk in the back, so swapping into this is sort of my better play. And then let's see what they want to do. So I think I can get to another one before they actually get to 2, because this still won't KO me from this range. It will go close, but it shouldn't KO with the Rock Slide from here. No, and they will need to throw another one. And so we'll go again and see what they want to do. I suspect they won't shield this up either. Oh, they do shield, okay. Are they going to look to farm me down? They are, okay, big play. But that's fine. I'm going to come in with my yeah, Diggersby and see what they want to do. I'm going to let this go. And it's just a Rock Slide bait? Wow, that's brutal. And so no shield here for me. If they Rock Slide again, which they won't because they know I'm not, yeah, so they're going to go Earthquake that time for sure, but that's fine. I'm going to go for a fire punch here just because I want to pressure those shields. And they're going to shield, okay. Um, so I'm not going to shield this up because it's going to be a sky attack, yeah. And I don't want them to get to another one, so I'll let it go. Well, so I'm going to instantly throw, and it's going to be, obviously their shields are down, so I'm going to, oh wow, they've still got there. So that's annoying. I'm just thinking of what, if that was the right play, and I think it was, but yeah, I forgot Noctow's just an absolute beast. I think they're going to try and, no, they're not going to try and sack swap, that's fine. Just going to instantly throw here. And then I'm going to have to swap. No, I can't swap. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to have to shield this one up. And suspect them to maybe try and get a sack swap here. So just be careful. And yeah, able to get to the fire punch. That's going to be enough to KO. And the question is, that stun fist has a lot of energy. So is it going to have enough to earthquake me before I get to a charge move? I'm going to have to throw first. They've got more energy than I do. Fire punch isn't going to do a huge amount, but is it enough? It is. It's enough to get the win on the board. So had to avoid the avalanche from the Frostlass, and then obviously earthquake from the Stunfist. So able to go 4 and 1 in that, which is good. Happy with that. And let's see what the reward is. It's an Ox, which is fine. Don't know why I'm burying it. Let's see if Onyx has got a massive circle, so it should be able to hit the excellent throw, and I am. Happy days. And let's see if we catch it. We do, and it's XL candy that we all want. And it's XL candy that I'm not getting. So we'll see if it's any good. Not really. So I'll transfer that out and still don't get the XL candy, but that's fine. So able to go 4 and 1. Maybe I'll rank up to 18 now. Yeah, so up to 18, and then we'll start moving along. So need a couple more levels to go before I actually get a rank, but so far so good. Still 29 days remaining, so got plenty of time to get at least get a rank this season, but probably not enough to sort of push to anything phenomenal. But that's it for me for now. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.